Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be unboxing and reviewing a brickcraft building set festive flameless candle. I know this is like an odd I guess it's like an odd looking kind of like brick set kind of thing. But Well, so basically, like what's going on is I saw like I've been seeing quite a few of these like brick craft like sets, and basically I like try basically like I got like a couple of the I got like a couple of the like candle things to test out the quality of these of the parts and stuff. But this is going to be interesting because this is going to be a channel first. This is going to be like my first video like where I'm reviewing a brickcraft set, and hopefully not the last. Uh, like depending on like where the quality goes on this. So taking a look at it, here's the front. There's like the logo of the company who's making this. Here we have the build itself, which is a festive Christmas candle. It says includes flickering light brick. Interesting. 49 pieces, 8 recommended for 8 plus. It claims to have it claims to say that it lights up for 24 plus hours. Interesting. Joking hazard. Yeah, very interesting to put your choking hazards and warning labels on the front of your package. Not something I would typically see from like a package for any like thing really. And I can confirm that this is the front because if you turn it around, this is the back and this is what appears to be the back because it has lots of text and stuff. Here's what appears to be like a size like is like a sort of measurements for the scale of this candle set, which is 3.19 inches wide and 8.42 inches tall. Okay, and also what it says here is it says it's compatible with other name brands. So basically compatible with Lego. That's good to see. And then the top, the side, the other side, and then the bottom. Not much going on there. Let's go ahead and try to get this open. So, what I can feel, what I've been feeling from the boxes so far, the boxes actually feel quite durable. They feel quite solid. That's nice. Let's try to open it from the bottom. Come on. Okay, there we go. Close that back up and set that off to the side. And here we have the stuff that's included. Okay, so here we have the instruction manual, the instructions on the assemblies for the assembly, and it also appears to show a parts list of everything, sort of how like Lego does. That's nice. a significant amount of gold pieces and stuff. Here's like a little, that's interesting. Has like a little during the Brickcraft community, like sort of advertisement, sort of cardboard thing. Oh, that's nice. A future, what appears to be the Planet Express ship from Futurama. I've also been seeing that lately. Very interesting. Okay. So enough of that. Let's get on to the parts in here. I'll start with this because this looks interesting. So what we have in here is this, which appears to be like a flexible, like rubber, like a thing, like, and then this, which appears to be what makes the candle light up. So that's nice. Has a little like clear tab thing in here. Can remove that. Oh, look at that! It lights up as soon as you pull the tab. How nice is that? And I assume this just plugs in. I assume like you weave this through some of the bricks so that it would light up. Interesting. Now let's take a look at the rest of the pieces. Come on. So here we have like the actual pieces for this set. And first I kind of feeling around for things. You know what? Not feeling too bad. It doesn't feel like doesn't feel horrible. It doesn't feel. Something I am noticing off the bat is the gold parts. Look at that gold. That is a nice. Look at that. Like a quick summary of all like the gold pieces and look at that. That is a nice. That is a nice gold. That is nice. So you got like one of these like plant decoration pieces in gold. That's nice. Got like a one of these kind of plates and a smaller plate in gold. And like this really nice like shiny metallic like lacquer kind of gold. It's really nice. Really nice. And you also got like some other smaller useful things in here as well. Also like one of these. Very nice. Got like a couple, one of these and one of these kind of pieces, one of these cone pieces, as well as a few of these like smaller pieces, including like a little clip piece, a piece that has studs on both like top and bottom, as well as a couple of these. That is interesting. So the gold pieces already are it's like a really nice, and the other like pieces here aren't looking too bad either. They don't look too bad. Let's try locking them to. Yeah, they fit together well. Like they fit together how I'd expect. Yeah, very nice. You got like a bunch of these little things, a bunch of these. Ooh, a good amount. got quite a few of these ball joint pieces. That's nice. Got some nice little plant uh, pieces, as well as this, which what appears to be like the candle piece, and it seems to have a axle hole connection in a Technic axle connection in there. That is cool. That's pretty neat. That is pretty cool. And so let's and so like that's pretty much like the parts in here. Very interesting. You got like a very fascinating selection of pieces in here, despite uh it being less than 50 pieces, kind of. Very fascinating. Let's go ahead and move this off to the side so we can assemble it and see how it fares when fully put together. And with that, here is the candle fully built up. And yeah, taking a look at this candle, and yeah, like building the candle was perfectly fine. All the parts fit together nicely. There were some interesting little building tricks to pull off the look. There we go. And yeah, like looking at the build itself, it looks pretty good. Even got like the sort of candy caned like striped candle with a little flame at top, and also the red pieces like pulling off the sort of berry kind of look very nicely. You got like the little extra gold piece in here. I guess this is like used to like hold it. I guess maybe it is very fascinating stuff. And like, and especially like this part itself, I can imagine, I can definitely imagine this part of the build as some sort of like water fountain display for like a Lego City build or something like that. It looks rather nice, especially in this really nice gold. That looks really good, and it feels good too because the parts in here, uh, yeah, like they don't feel too bad. They actually feel on par with Lego. I feel they fit together perfectly fine. Yeah, I have like no gripes with the build in terms of the quality. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, very nice. But this can also do something else. And yeah, like after the build, you do get a few little uh leftover pieces, which is definitely nice. I can definitely see myself using these pieces and these colors for other builds. So that's nice. But the set can also do something else. It can light up. So if you look here over at the base of the candle, you can see that's where the light brick is placed. You got the clear tubing like weaved in with through all the cylinder pieces, and with the light up candle piece or the candle flame piece on top. I believe this is the button right here. It's that like axle hole connection right there. So if you grab like a piece, say, I guess this since it would be difficult to get in there with your hand, Wow, look at that. There it is, it's working. It might not look, yeah, it might not look very, like, much right now, but if we dim the lights, say like this, now if we try it, so let's get a little bit more. Let's try turning off the other lights. See, look at that. Like I said, look at that. Look at how the candles light. Look at how it's lighting up the entirety of the candle. I want to see if there's a way to leave it on. That looks nice. Hold on. I wonder if you can actually leave this on, because if you could, that would actually be really nice. So it turns on by pressing this button right here, which appears to be an actual hole connection. What happens if we try to use the brick separator for this? Can it rotate? Can it like lock in? There we go. That's off. That's cool. All right. So basically, if you grab an axle connection, which weirdly enough, this set doesn't come with anything that has like an axle like peg connection like this. It's kind of weird. Yeah, if you grab an axle connection like on your brick separator, you press it and then you rotate it clockwise a little bit, then it's like locked into place and it like permanently lights up. And if you want to turn it off, all you have to do is grab an axle and just turn it counterclockwise. So what you do to turn it on is you press it, and if you lightly press it and turn it clockwise, and then to turn it off, you just insert it back in, turn counterclockwise. That is cool. That is clever. You know what? That's nice. Now look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then for the price of this, set was fascinating too, because when I got this set, it was going for like $2.50. $2.50 for a for a set, for a small like brick set that would have as many pieces as like your average polybag set, with the added feature of the light up brick. That's fascinating. And the quality like isn't very is not sacrificed either. The quality of the bricks feel on par with Legos. And yes, yeah, I got two of them. They were going for so cheap, but like I didn't think they were. Didn't I thought it'd be that is very interesting. Interesting. I like that. So going, yeah, that's pretty cool. So first impressions on uh not only like this set but like Brickcraft as a whole. I'm kind of vibing with it. It's like it's a nice little set to put like to build for display, and you can like light it up like a candle. It doesn't like have any like fire like to it, so you don't have to worry about burning anything. The parts in here are nice. Like you got some really nice gold pieces in here. That's really cool. And yeah, it can also just be used as like a Christmas decoration. So yeah, like first impressions on uh first impressions on like this set as well as Brickcraft as a whole. It's not a bad first impression, I feel. It's very nice. I feel like this set I feel like this makes for a really nice Christmas decoration. I'll like it. I feel like it's pretty cool. And yeah, and I guess with that, that'll be it for this for this for this video. If for this unboxing and review, overall, I like this. I feel like this is it's a nice whole. It's very nice. So overall, it's very nice. I do like it. And with that, that'll be it for this unboxing and review. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.